Okay, everybody, thank you for coming. This is awesome. Jessica, you got a great little group here.
Yes.
I would love for you to just introduce me to everybody. I'm Gwen Kick. I am actually Allison's upline in Plexus and also Jessica's. I used to be their babysitter. I'm not really that old. I babysat them when I was 8 and they were 3. So, that's just how it I've known them forever and ever. But I want to get to know you guys. If you would tell me just a little bit maybe about, or Jessica, introduce me and you all tell me, why you're here, if you're just here to support Jessica, if you're interested in maybe some of the health benefits.
Yeah, these are just all friends of mine that I've shared Plexus with, and for various reasons, they agreed to listen to a spiel. So I was like, I kind of wanted to share this with them. I think these products are incredible and could benefit everybody. So.
Well, I'll tell you guys, I'm going to give you more than a spiel. This is like coffee without the coffee, okay? This is like our late night cocktail party, but just 20 minutes long. So I'd love to hear a little bit from you guys about why you're here. If you're here just to support Jessica or if you're interested in the products or the business or whatever.
Go ahead. This is Jody. I'm Jessica's neighbor, and we talked a couple times about it, and I just wanted to, she mentioned it, so I wanted to call in and support her and find out a little bit more.
Great. Thank you for coming. What a great
no problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jody.
Okay.
This is Brent McCowan.
Okay.
We're friends with Jessica and John, and she had posted something about one of the, I think it was the probiotic product that I'm rather interested in. For the health benefits of it, obviously. My wife and I, we've got 3 kids, and so obviously I need a little extra kick in the rear end every once in a while to keep me going.
So maybe some energy and some probiotics just to keep you healthy. And you guys are all young. You don't know what's coming. I'm 47. It's all.
I turned 37 on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm a little bit behind you, but I feel 67 sometimes. So.
Well,
see, and I felt like I was in my 80s when I started it, and I feel so much better now. So.
I was there too. So we get it. We totally get it. What about you, Claire? Welcome. I'm glad I can see you.
Hi. I just got on and can hear you.
Good deal. So you can hear us. Can you see us?
I can see 3 of you.
Okay.
Good. A telephone icon.
Yeah, I have a lot of telephone icons too. That's where we just can't see the video. And are you interested in the products or in the company or anything like that? Or are you just here to support Jessica?
Well, both to support Jessica, and I would like to learn a lot more about it. I've never done any kind of program nutritional like this or sold anything. So it's all new.
I was exactly where you are, so I get it. Okay, who's next?
I'm Kim. We're also friends with Jessica and John, and I'm just calling in to support her. I've also been taking the vitamins, which I really like those. And yeah, so just finding out a little bit more, I guess.
Good, awesome. Thanks to have you, Kim. I think we have one more.
This is Catherine Phillips, and we are friends with Jessica and John as well. So to support Jessica, I've been using Slim for about 3 weeks, and the probiotic and the whatever the other thing is, the cleanse.
Yes.
And I'm really just looking for a consistent way to do vitamins that I can tell a difference that they're making, and then the Slim for the several different properties that it appears to have. So.
Awesome. That's great. So we have some people that are already customers and trying things, and then some people that just want to know more maybe about trying some products. Is that everybody? Do we have one more?
This is Blair Feldner. I'm on the phone line part, so I'm not seeing video.
Okay.
But I'm also friends with Jessica and John, and I have 3 little kids, and I just have been picking her little brain about everything about Plexus because I'm just at a plateau, and I just can't seem to just feel like that energy part, which I have 3 small kids, so that could be a lot of the problem. But also trying to just get my weight back in. I just want to try to get back to that normal feeling again of how I was before kids, which may not exist, but I'm still looking for it.
It does. It does.
It does. Don't give up hope. We're here to tell you it does. And I'm like you. I will tell you all just a little bit of my story. And Allison watched me a long time before she took the plunge. Right around 2 years ago, I've never really been a health fanatic. I never really had to worry about my weight, but I had about 20 years of health problems. After my second born daughter, I woke up with double vision, and that began a series of 20 years of health testing for MS, for lupus, for brain tumors, for lots of issues. I had lots of neurological issues that were unexplainable. I ended up with 4 children under the age of 8, and all of these health issues. I found out I had Hashimoto's hypothyroidism. I was exhausted all the time, no matter what different supplements they gave me. Nothing helped. I saw specialists at Mayo, at Vandy. I flew to Texas once to see a naturalist. Nothing helped me. All that doctors could do for me really is help my symptoms. Of course, I hit 40 and started to gain weight. I've been the same size most of my life. Even when I was feeling terrible, my weight was maintained without exercise or watching what I ate. And that changed at 40. So by the time I got to about 45, I was bigger than I'd ever been. And we just got on spring break to California. And I had eaten and drank everything in, the valley that I wanted to drink and eat. And I had put on quite a bit of weight. It didn't like any of the pictures I had from spring break. And I said to my husband, we've got to do something. And so my friend Brandy had started selling Plexus, which I have to tell you, I am the biggest skeptic. I mean, I was like, oh, poor Brandy, why is she having to sell she's having to peddle things, are they in trouble? I didn't get it. I never sold anything. I was really literally the person at church that would say, I'll give you $20 to invite me to a candle party. I just didn't parties. I didn't do any of that. So anyway, I mainly just wanted to lose 10 or 15 pounds. And I got online on Brandy's site and got a couple of sample packs, which is dumb. It's the most expensive way to do it. Started taking the product, and within 4 days of taking only Slim, I could not believe the change in my energy levels. I'd been taken off of all my medication. I mean, I was on, you wouldn't believe, I had a little bag like a granny full of medication for all of these symptoms I was having, including my thyroid medicine. I'd been taking off of all of that for some testing. And so about 4 days in, I went and found my husband and said, if I don't lose a pound, I really just wanted to lose weight. I didn't dream it would help me with health issues. If I don't lose a pound, I'm taking this forever. Okay, are you in? And he's like, it's Sunday afternoon and I'm cleaning the garage. Like, I'm usually napping. Do you think this is that pink stuff? And I'm like, I don't know, but we're taking this. And so I signed up just to be a wholesale ambassador. And, kept telling Brandy, I'm not going to sell it. I've never sold anything. I hate parties. I'm not doing this. I'm never doing this. And she's like, okay, that's fine. Let me just show you how to make orders in your back office or whatever. Why don't you just share what happens on Facebook? Just start sharing and see if any of your friends want to do it with you. Because if you and Brett are both taking it, that can get expensive. You want to get your products paid for. So within 5 weeks, I had lost 15 pounds. I'd lost 20 plus inches. I went and had my blood work done. My thyroid was completely normal without any medication. I was able to, after that, get off of all of the medications I was on except my progesterone, which I refuse to give up. I am not a happy camper without that. But everything else I was able to get off of. So my whole little bag of products, prescriptions was gone. And in just sharing on Facebook and following up with emails, I started getting money. I got a check the first, I guess 10 days in, I got a check for $150. I didn't even know what it was for. I called Brandy, I'm like, what is this? She's like, I don't know, but isn't it great? Because we were both really new. My first full month of just sharing on Facebook 2 or 3 times a day, following up with emails, my check was over $1,200. And my husband at that point was like, this is serious. Like, this is real cash. And it has just grown and grown since then. I'm now a senior Ruby, which in Plexus means the next promotion I will be Emerald, which is the jewel level. And it's at that point you start getting profit shares that you can will to your children. You get a free Plexus Lexus. You get an annual trip to Maui with you and a friend. And then you get profit sharing that you can literally will to your children. And so for us, it has been an incredible financial opportunity that we did not see coming, that was kind of dropped in our lap. I wasn't looking for a job. I didn't need a job, want a job. I have 4 children. They're teenagers. I have to be on call all the time. But it has been an amazing opportunity that has really changed our lives. It has changed my health permanently. Every time I've gotten my thyroid checked since then, my thyroid, my cholesterol, my blood pressure is all perfect. My doctors can't believe it. They go through my list of medications and I'm going, nope, not on that. Nope, not on that, not on that. And they're like, what happened? What's going on here? I've started exercising. I've been consistent for a year. You have to know, like, I hated to sweat. Allison's a runner. Like, I would think, why would you ever want to sweat if you didn't have to? That's in it. Yep. So it has really been life-changing for me. And I know for Allison and for Jessica, it has also been very life-changing for them as far as their health and wellness with digestive issues and different things. And what we found is when you deal with gut health, which most of us have issues with gut health and need that probiotic and BioCleanse. When you're dealing with inflammation, which Plexus Slim deals so much with inflammation and balancing your blood sugar, those 3 things are at the root of so many of our illnesses, migraines and diabetes and IBS and constipation and even ADHD and anxiety and depression. When you deal with those things, you just start to see all of those diagnoses kind of disappear. And so it has been amazing to me, the number of people we've been able to help, the people on my team and the people that are our customers. I've got over 550 people on my team now. We have one lady who's been declared a reverse diabetic. She's off of 22 medications. Just miraculous kind of stories. So it's been very fun. It's one of those things you can do as much or as little as you want. There's no pressure, on our team. You can do as much or as little as you want. Like I said, I started just as a wholesale customer because for $35, you get our prices for a year. I mean, it's kind of like your Sam's membership. It's really kind of a no-brainer, especially with no pressure. But if you want to get your products paid for, I mean, really with 3 or 4 customers or 3 or 4 ambassadors under you, which we can do a call like this with them and get your products paid for. And so what do you have to lose, and it could actually, really be life-changing as it is for so many people. So Jessica, is there anything that you would like to share just about what it's done for you? I want to be respectful of their time, and we're getting close to that, to our limit, but is there anything that you want to share?
I think I've shared with most of you, what it's done for me, and just as far as my joint pain and digestive health and my energy. I mean, come on, we all have kids, and just to not be exhausted at the end of the day, to be able to get everything done and not feel like I'm gonna die is huge. To be able to, just to really be able to focus on my kids, that's been huge. So beforehand, I was so exhausted all the time, and that was frustrating. And I think that's been the biggest piece for me, just to be able to not be so tired and not rely on coffee and sugar to get through my afternoon.
And I look back and think, I homeschooled my kids for 9 years, and now my kids are all teenagers. I have 2 that are going to be in college. And I think, gosh, I missed so many things. They were out canoeing, and I was in the hotel room because I just couldn't do it. I'd end up with a migraine and sick for 3 days. And I think I missed so much, and it would have been worth every penny if I had had this then, to be able to keep up with them. So you all tell me, is there anything that we've shared that you can relate to that you think might be helpful to you?
This is Blair. I honestly didn't think about migraines being linked to some of these things, and I struggle with those terribly. And I totally relate. I get them for like 3 days straight, and they just put me down. And one of them was, we have a thing called At the Table that we do at our church, and I went to the event, and I had to leave because I just couldn't function, and it just killed me because it was just taking a part of just my joy of the day and things that I do. And so that really just intrigued me to want to try it even more, because I tell you, weight loss is awesome, but honestly, I would do it just to get rid of migraines that I have constantly, because I get them every month, almost like clockwork, and it just puts me down, and it's horrific.
And I can so relate. It just gets me all, weepy, thinking of all the things I missed. And my migraines are so much better now. Now if I have one, it's usually like hormonally triggered, or where I eat something I'm not supposed to eat, like shrimp, something I love. But, before it just was constant where I'd have different ones. And so really, I'll tell you, Blair, the triplex, getting your gut health straight, triplex, honestly, for overall health and wellness. And if you want to lose any weight, and typically what we see, especially with women, 30 and above, is you start to lose around your waist first. You start to lose inches. But also just overall health, the triplex is amazing. And then I would also add the X Factor vitamin, which is incredible. It has a high aloe, really strong grade aloe in it, which helps get everything into the cells. So that's helping the Slim, the ProBio, the BioCleanse. Those are those 3 products in triplex. I recommend triplex for almost everyone for overall health and wellness. And like I said, it's going to run you probably $150, $175 a month. But we are here. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but when I think what I was spending on prescriptions and the life I was missing, like if I could go back and have that time with my kids, I totally would do it. And that's what we're here for, is to help you get your products paid for. And we certainly can do that. Brandy and I have been at this for 2 years now, and would love to help you guys get started at least enough to get your products covered, if not more. Typically, if you get a couple of people under you, that's $200 or $300 a month. It's your products plus some. And it's very easy to make more than that. I know, like, these guys can attest, a little bit of effort, and the next thing you know, you're getting a $500 check. It's kind of crazy. Does anybody else have anything that they can relate to from what we've been talking about?
This is Claire. The energy that Jessica was talking about. I only have 1 kid versus several, but I work very hard throughout the day, and by the time we even just get in the car to come home, I'm just exhausted. And we do not eat right at all. Like we eat drive-through or whatever we can, sandwiches, and I know we're not really the best with giving my daughter, the best example of meals and, watching what you eat. I try. My daughter at least likes salads, but I would like to feel better. And I know that eating and food and the vitamins are a big part of it. I just recently have tried the new V8 Plus Energy. It's supposed to be better than having caffeine in sodas, which we are fully addicted to. So I feel like I'm going to be 30 next year. My husband's 31, and about time to start getting things in order before it gets worse. You know, we are lucky to have not huge major health issues other than, you know, like chiropractic stuff with your skeleton, but we haven't had any major occurrences, and I feel like if we got ahead of it, that maybe, you know, like you said, we won't be missing out on some of those things with being exhausted, not living in the moment, and enjoying life.
And prevent some of those things that do come along and will come along later in life, you know, if we don't get those things in order. You know, if we don't get our eating in order, then are we going to be dealing with bad knees when we're overweight, or diabetes, or hypertension, or all those things that you all are babies you don't even know about yet, but it's coming. You know, so
They are. They're little. They're
coming.
young.
You're so young and youthful. I bet you have beautiful knees. I'm so jealous.
Beautiful knees. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful knees.
Wait till your knees start sagging. There's not a surgery for that. I mean, there's nothing you can do for that.
I run all the time and my knees are in good shape, but they still sag.
Oh, don't tell me
That's
that.
genetic.
Yeah. It needs to be like Botox for knees.
Does anybody else? I want to be really respectful of your time, and we're getting right at a little bit over 20 minutes. Does anybody else have any questions or anything you can relate to from what we've been talking about?
What's the difference in the vitamins that you've talked about tonight? The X Factor, and I know Kim is taking the DHX. What are?
Yeah, I was taking the DHA and then the X Factor.
I don't know.
You're taking Mega X.
Yes, maybe that one is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that must be what it is. Yeah.
The Mega X is an omega oil, which is recommended for all of us. You know, it's that fish oil that we don't get in our diet that's so good for our heart health and our brain health, preventative for Alzheimer's and all these other things. And
right, and that I really like that one. And then what's the multivitamin? The X, isn't that one X Factor? I can't remember what it's called. Okay,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah,
so
and to rewind real
yeah.
quick, our Mega X actually isn't fish oil either,
Right.
Which makes it it's so much easier to take than the fish oil supplements out there.
Ours is from a vegetable. So has anybody ever taken the fish oil and it's like
Oh, you
the
burp it
rest
up all
of the
day.
day you've got
It's
fishy
disgusting.
burps, and this is all veggie based, but it's the same benefit to your body. And that Mega X, I started taking it last year. I started with Slim, then I got on the Triplex because I knew for any autoimmune issues and for basic health, really the Triplex is where I needed to go. So I moved to Triplex, and then I added X Factor last year around January. And I'd always, my hair had grown really slow because of hypothyroidism. And by about April, my hair started growing at about an inch every 5 weeks. And my hairdresser, who is a Zija person, and didn't really necessarily know why my hair was growing, it's like, what is going on? We're having to color your hair like every month. I used to go 3 months in between. I'm like, it's vitamin. So all the girls in her salon were like, what's the vitamin? We want this. Our daughter's going to be in a pageant. Or literally my hair started growing like crazy. And the way she explained it to me was, your hair and your nails are the last things to get vitamins. So when you see somebody whose hair and nails are really growing strong, you know that they're in good health, and they have a great diet because they're leftover vitamins and nutrients for their hair and nails. And so that's what started happening.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is Kim, and I've been blessed with never really having to watch my weight. Very blessed by that my whole life, but I could not remember anything. Like literally, I could not remember anything, and so I have really that really is where I have really noticed a difference. Is that I don't feel like I'm losing my mind anymore.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think that's the great thing. I mean, like the Triplex, people want to talk about plexus and weight loss. The truth is, if you need to lose weight, losing weight can be a great side effect of getting your body balanced. When you get your gut health balanced and your blood sugar balanced and your inflammation balanced, then if you need to lose weight, you will lose weight. But we even have people that are underweight that start using Triplex and X Factor, the Fab Four is what we call them, and are able to gain weight for the first time in their lives and be a healthy weight. So when you get your body balanced, it's like it gets you to that healthy BMI and then helps you maintain. And so people that are dieting and doing all the right things, they're exercising, they're eating right, all that, they can't lose weight, I'm thinking they've got gut health issues. They need Triplex.
And what's your benchmark time as far as being on this Triplex where you really see products themselves making the difference versus anything else that you're doing? Is it like
I missed part of your question. I'm sorry.
I've been on it for 3 weeks, so I'm seeing gradual changes in the way my body is responding to things. But I'm just curious: is it 4 months, or is it depends on what a mess your gut is? Or
yeah, it's different with everybody. And so if I've got somebody that's having wine every night, it's probably going to take longer. If I've got somebody who's had a series of heavy-duty antibiotics for years, it's going to take them longer. Steroids, antibiotics, all that. Depending on how they eat, what I recommend is if you can't give Triplex, I say give it 60 to 90 days. Give it 60 to 90 days and see how you do. And really, if you can add, if you're not seeing results, add X Factor, because sometimes that makes all the difference. But to give the Fab Four 3 months, I think you'll start to see some difference. But we have people who have done years of antibiotics, and it takes them 8 months of being very consistent, drinking their water, doing the Triplex, and all of a sudden their body gets, and they start to really, see the difference. And then once they get there, they're like, I'll never stop taking this. So it's just different with everybody. It's a matter of knowing, like, this is the right thing for my body. This is going to get me balanced, and I'm doing this, as long as I need to do it to be as healthy as I can. And I feel like I'm healthier now than I was at 25. I'm healthier now than I was probably at 20, and I'm going on 50. I'm doing all the right things. And Triplex helps me want to choose. You're talking about driving through. Helps me want to choose. Like, I crave things like arugula now. Like, I didn't even know what arugula was before this, And the craving for soda, if I have a soda now, it's because I choose to have one. It's not because I have that, I need the caffeine. I need I need it. It just kind of changes your taste buds. Your cravings are much more manageable. And so it starts to kind of change you from the inside out, which takes longer than doing some kind of bad diet where you lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, but then it comes right back, So it's a health plan, and it works. It's all natural. It's non-GMO. They're very careful about all the things that go, all the ingredients that go into the products. I've been with them for 2 years, and I have seen them throw away vast amounts of a brand new product because one of our crunchy people found some ingredient in it that they didn't think was as healthy as it could be. And they would trash the whole thing and start again. They're very, very conscientious and careful about what goes into the products. And I love that. I'm not super crunchy myself, but I trust them to be crunchy for me. I'm kind of just a little bit crunchy, but not super crunchy. I'm like those granola bars that are a little bit crunchy, but also a little bit chewy. That's me.
Chewy and crunchy. Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? And then we'll wrap up. We've gone to about 30 minutes, and I could stay all night and talk about what I love because it has changed my life. But I don't want to keep you all because I know you have families to go to. Anybody else have questions or anything you want to share? I just will encourage all of you. I spent $34.95 to get the wholesale price. It works out to about 9 cents a day. It's the best decision I ever made. I have a college degree from Transylvania University in Lexington, which now costs you about $200,000. I've never made the kind of money I'm making now with Plexus, and it is so fun reuniting with people like Jessica and Allison and seeing people get well and healthy and seeing my other friends. I mean, we have a friend here who a year ago was able to quit work and be home with her babies because she very quickly, got to a place to make as much as she was making with her job. and to see people get out of debt or take a family vacation, pay off their college loans. I love that. I'm a big Dave Ramsey person, and so helping people get some financial freedom is huge to me. Our team is massively supportive, and everybody on our team that's on here, I know James has jumped on too. Our team is incredible, and one of the things I love about our team is that it's a faith-filled team that supports each other, not just in Plexus, but in life. So we're kind of a clan, we're kind of a crew, and it's a lot of fun to do too when I thought, I didn't want or need a job or new friends. It's been a great thing to do. So I would just encourage all of you guys, you need to do this. I mean, what can it hurt to give it a try? Give it a year, give it a try, see how it goes. We can help you by next month have your products paid for. Get on it, make it work. You can get your husband, your wife started too. I mean, some of us are more worried about their health than our own. And your kids, we've got great multivitamins and things that can help them. And so Jessica can help you get started. Allison can help you get started. I just encourage you guys, get with them tonight right after the call. Get ready to go. We would love to have you. We're getting ready. Actually, we're starting tonight a Go for Silver group, which when you get 3 people on your team, you get $100. Like I did it in 10 days. I can help you guys do that literally in the next 5 days. If you get signed up tonight, we'll get you in that Go for Silver group, and by Friday, we will have your products paid for next month. If you'll just do what we say, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So it's so good to meet all of you. I love getting to do this and getting to see your faces, getting to know a little bit about you. Those of you that I can see your faces. I love hearing the voices of those I can't see your faces. But thank you for getting on the call. And Jessica is going to follow up with you, or you call her up right after this and get it taken care of. And I can't wait to get to know you all a little bit better. Okay? Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Good night.
All right, thank you.
Good night.
Bye.